How's it going, true gamers? In today's video, I'm bringing you guys Yama Solo made easy. And starting off, I'm going to show you guys the gear setup. So we have the Magus Ring, Eternal Boots, Tormented Bracelet, Ancestral Robe bottoms and top, Elidinous Ward, the Purging Staff, the Occult Necklace, Rada's Blessing, Imbued God Cape, and Ancestral Hat. As far as inventory setup, we have our Ember Light, a Cur's Scepter, our Saturated Heart, our Divine Super Combat, 2 Super Restores, 1 Sandview Serum, 1 Anglerfish, 10 Cooked Moonlight Antelope, and 6 Cooked Rambwam, 1 Teleport Out, our Book of the Dead, a stack of Fire Runes, because we'll be going through the most of those, unless you have your 4 rune pouch, as well as Soul Runes, Blood Runes, and Cosmic Runes. And we're going to be casting Mark of Darkness, Resurrect Greater Ghost, and Greater Corruption. And now I'm going to show you guys what a normal run for me looks like. So in between trips, I'm going to teleport to my house. I'm going to run to my jewelry box that's set up right here. And I'm going to teleport to Castle Wars. And that's how I'm going to bank in between kills. So now I'm also just going to teleport back to my house with that same teleport. And then I'm going to teleport to DJR with my spirit ring in my house. And that's going to take us right here to the entrance of the Chasm of Fire. We're going to climb down the rope. We're going to take this shortcut rope right here, as long as you have the agility level. And then right here. First, you're going to have to talk to the voice of Yama, but once you've talked to him, you can then travel. And now, let's get into the full kill with you guys. A quick tip, make sure to eat an angler at the bank so that you can overheal before the fight starts. And we're going to be auto-casting Dark Demon Bane with level 82. I will put a link to the tile markers in the description as well for anyone looking to use them. I would highly recommend it though, because it'll make it a lot easier to follow this guide. Alright, first things first, we're going to invigorate with our imbued heart, drink a dose of our super combat potion, and then we're going to activate Mark of Darkness, resurrect Greater Ghost, and Greater Corruption. Activate our prayers. I currently have Protect from Magic, Augury, and Preserve set to my quick pray. Then we're just going to right click and challenge Yama standing on this tile, and then instantly run over to the start tile. The fight will be the same each time, except he can start in either flame or shadow form. The form he's starting with will be signified by the color of the sigil on the ground next to the starting tile. If he's attacking with flame style, use Protect from Magic and use the red sigils to block the special attacks, and likewise if he's using shadow attacks, activate Protect from Range and use the black sigils to protect from the special attacks. His first attack will always be opposite of the color of the starting sigil, so if the glyph is red, like so on screen, activate Protect from Range to block his first attack, and then once you see the flame circling around him, that's his special attack Q animation. Run to the center of the glyph to block all damage, and then run to the edge of the next colored glyph border in clockwise order. He will always do the next color in order, flip-flopping back and forth. Make sure you're stepping on the edge of the sigil and not the center, because if you step on the center too early, it will activate the sigil and you'll have to run to a different one to be able to block the special attack incoming. After Yama attacks 3 times in either style, he'll then perform one of his 3 special attacks, which change depending on the phase, and I'll go over those as they come up. I like to get my first Occur Scepter special attack in right when I run to my second sigil tile marker, but you can do it at any point in phase 1 when you feel comfortable. Make sure to take a sip of your Sandview Serum before drinking your Super Restores to cure your poison as well. The first special attack you're seeing on screen now is a Shadow Wall, and to dodge this, simply run through it in line with it, so diagonally, and if you fail to do so, it'll deactivate your prayers and deal damage to you, so make sure you're running through those. You're now seeing Yama's Void Flare special attack, which are the orbs on screen. Simply auto-attack them and then special attack them when you see the XP drop of the first hit to quickly deal with them. If you fail to destroy these, they will explode and damage you and then heal Yama as well, so you really want to make sure you're focusing these over everything else, aside from dodging the major special attacks, obviously. The third and final phase 1 special attack you're seeing on screen right now, called Fire Streaks, simply click on an unaffected row to dodge these, and if you don't, it'll damage you and root you in place, so you really got to make sure to dodge these. Now at this point, we're just DPSing him down, making sure that we're dodging all of his special attacks, focusing orbs when we see those pop up, and making sure we're standing next to the sigils on the ground right on the edge, so when we see the special attack animation, you're ready to dodge it. Once Yama's down to 66% HP, he'll teleport us away to the Judge of Yama, which I'll go over more once we get there, and that will mark the end of phase 1. I will go ahead and throw out a friendly reminder to stay on top of your prayer points as well, because since we're summoning thralls, we're going to be going through our prayer points pretty quickly here. Patience and timing are definitely going to be big here. As you can see, I accidentally misclick on the flame wall, run right into it, and then actually run into it again on the way back. But don't sweat, just go ahead and reactivate our prayers and just keep doing it like we normally would. Go ahead and heal up when you get a second, and as long as you stay calm, you'll be able to get it no problem, even if you make a few mistakes here and there, just like I did. Now that Yama's below 66% HP, as you can see, is going to teleport us away to the Judge of Yama, and I like having my camera facing east for this. And then if you instantly click through all the stepping stones with no tick delay, you can usually do it without taking any damage, but if by chance you pass through one of the fireballs and get hit, simply just make sure you heal back up to full health before finishing off the Judge of Yama, because once you do, he'll teleport you back to Yama to begin phase 2. The Judge of Yama fight itself is pretty simple. Simply attack with magic and then switch to your Ember Light to hit him with melee afterwards, and then just repeat back and forth, stepping on separate tiles for each attack, because he'll cast a fireball on the current tile you're standing on for each attack. Rinse and repeat, and the fight should go pretty quick. Once again, making sure you're fully potted up and healed up, and then activating our prayers before he teleports us back when he's killed. As soon as phase 2 starts, it's important to get a magic auto attack in on him, because he will try to walk into melee range on you until you hit him with a magic attack. The start of phase 2 is the same as phase 1, except I like running on this inside marker tile instead of the start tile, just because it's a little bit closer. What you're seeing on screen now is the first new phase 2 special attack called Meteor Strike, and if you're standing directly in the center of this, it will insta-kill you. When it pops, it cancels all of your actions for one tick and disables your run, so it's really helpful if you're standing right on the edge of the sigils. Don't be afraid to run out of order if you have to, just like I did here. Since he was standing within melee range of the black sigil on the other side, I ended up running over to the opposite side this time. You're now seeing the upgraded Shadow Wall special attack on screen now. This is the same as phase 1, except now there's 2 of them in the shape of an X going across screen. You can dodge both if you manage to time it and run through the middle, but we'll look at that again in next phase 3. For now, we're just going to dodge them like normal. Situations like this can feel stressful, but again, just make sure you're dodging those walls and then taking out those orbs as soon as possible before going back to focusing Yama. You also just saw Yama's new phase 3 Shadow Stomp special attack. This is basically the same as phase 1, except now instead of the Shadow Ball dropping from the sky, it shoots directly at you from Yama's model in a clear path. In this situation, I found enough time to dodge the Shadow Wall before going back to the red sigil and dodging the Meteor Strike. In the situation where the time cuts a little bit closer or you don't think you're going to make it, always focus the sigil over dodging the Shadow Walls, because that Meteor Strike will one-hit you and the Shadow Walls will not. Alright, we're just taking our time now, making sure we're dodging all of his attacks before we're attacking, DPSing him down, and now we're looking to get him to 33% health, because once we do, we'll then be teleported to the Judge of Yama once again, and that will be the end of phase 2. I'll go ahead and throw in a friendly reminder too to keep casting your Mark of Darkness, Resurrect Greater Ghost, and Greater Corruption spells. And right here you can see one of those situations where I didn't think I had enough time to dodge the flame wall, so I decided to just tank it and get on the red sigil to make sure I blocked that meteor strike. Alright, and now that Yama's at 33%, he's going to teleport us back to the Judge of Yama, but don't worry, this is the exact same Judge of Yama fight as the first time around, so nothing different this time. You're just going to jump across the stones and then swap between magic and melee attacks, and don't forget to make sure you're fully potted up and healed up before he teleports you back. And this is actually what I bring the anglerfish for right here, even though I don't end up eating it here because I actually messed up my timing. I do like overhealing before I go into phase 3. Once the Judge of Yama has been defeated and he teleports you back, we're going to instantly cast our Mark of Darkness, Resurrect, Greater Ghost, and our Greater Corruption spell. We're then going to run over to the orange tile labeled Final in the middle of the 8 yellow squares. I'll usually whip out my Accursed Scepter and land one more special attack too, right at the start of the fight. This time Yama is going to attack with both Shadow and Flame attacks at the same time. As you can see, there's a Flame attack falling from the sky and a Shadow attack at our feet. Simply step one square horizontally, and then one square diagonally, and then one square vertically, as you can see on screen, to dodge all 3 of those attacks, and then be ready for his special attack. This time his only special attacks are going to be the Shadow Walls again, except he's going to spam them a lot more rapidly, as well as the orbs again. That's where our orange run tile comes into play though. As soon as the Shadow Wall X lines up on the orange run tile, click on it, and then click back to the final tile to dodge it completely. The biggest thing about this final phase is dodging above everything and then focusing the orbs before attacking him. As long as you dodge and focus those orbs before you land your attacks, you will kill him eventually. It's just going to take a while, and don't freak out and try to rush it at the end of the kill, because that's usually how you get yourself killed. As long as you stay calm, focus on dodging, and just get attacks when you can, you will get this kill. He will alternate between magic and ranged attacks in between all of these big attacks, which it is kind of hard to telegraph, so just be careful and keep an eye out for that and try to keep that prayer switched as well. In case you do get hit by one of the shadow walls here, just make sure to reactivate your prayer as quick as possible, and then keep dodging vertical, diagonal, horizontal. Always making sure to stop and focus any orbs when they appear to make sure that he doesn't heal and you don't take any unnecessary damage. I know this part is super hectic, but make sure to stay on top of your prayer points. Make sure your food's up. I always just heal to full here just to stay on top of my health. And make sure to stay on top of your Resurrect Greater Ghost and resummon it whenever it disappears in case it does. As long as you just stay calm and keep focusing on dodging before you attack, and make sure you're taking care of those orbs though, you'll finish this kill with no problem. You got it. Well, all that's left to do now is to finish this kill out. I really hope this helps you guys and enjoy the rest of the kill. I'll see you guys in a second. My first few kills at this point, I'd always just try to DPS them out real quick, but trust me from experience, it's always better to focus those orbs first and then finish the kill right after. Let's go, and that is how it's done. Just go slow and steady and you will get it. It does seem like a lot at the end there, but just make sure to dodge before attacking and you'll get it eventually. And make sure to focus those orbs so he doesn't heal up. I really hope this helps and I really appreciate you guys tuning in. All right, stay true gamers. Peace out.